Hello and welcome, Reds. Welcome to Anfield Road TV. Another late night episode on the channel. Over you are watching this on Friday morning. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you're new around here, I want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool this season. Hoping it's a good season, and really do appreciate everyone, all the new subscribers, everyone that did get involved in the episode that we done earlier on today. You absolutely smashed it all out the park, so much appreciated. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, put your bell notification on as well to very much get quickly notified when a video does go live in relation, because obviously the Caicedo one news might break as we're live on air. So chat, as I always say, keep us all up to date and keep on your toes as well, very much so. But Reds, we'll quickly get into a couple of the comments that were left on the last episode in terms of the comments. Quickly read out them. We've got a chocker show tonight as well. Potential news, obviously, as we spoke, and at first this afternoon that the video we done today, I was like, oh, Liverpool wouldn't go in. Liverpool wouldn't pay that massive fee for Caicedo. But a lot of the South American journalists, as we're last 20 minutes, a lot more of them are coming out backing up what Fabrizio Romano has very much said this evening, and it's looking promising. He would be a tremendous signing. As I said today on today's episode, he has been atop of my priority list for signings. He is a game changer for Liverpool. He's that quality, very much so, that would come in and very much elevate Liverpool's game to astronomical levels, really. As well, speaking about the new kit as well, I'll tell you what, we must have taken a load of pre-orders on this new kit. That's probably where the money's come from. But big up their chat as well, and a couple of bits as well. And we'll speak about the Chelsea game this coming weekend as well. Your thoughts on the build-up, your starting 11, score predictions as well for you Reds. But quickly, two comments coming from Everest as well, in terms of left on the video that we done this morning. Everest, I've never been an FSG fan because I know all the business run after money and no passion within. Hopefully this sparks a flame and finally pushes the owners out of the club. FSG out. That is from very much Everest. Big up, mate. I'm FSG out. I think a large section, a massive section of Liverpool's fan base have very much turned on FSG. Rightly so. A lot more in recent weeks as well, because 100%. This football club should be spending and breaking their club record transfer fee every single summer, because the money that is getting generated from every cent and every strand of this football club, it's ridiculous, and yeah, to say the least anyway. But big up there, Carl, as well. I feel more comfortable knowing that two of the three midfielders already know how each other play. 100% there, Carl. That's absolutely great point that you've raised there. I think the understanding that, Carl, I'm pretty sure you've watched Brighton. I know a lot of us have chat as well. Done a couple of watch-alongs as well. Carl's made an absolutely spot-on point. Their technical understanding as well, and where you had that potential of when you sign an overseas player coming into the football club or for any Premier League club, then bedding them in, really. Caicedo's not really going to have any bedding in period. Maybe from a slight technical change in terms of what he's slightly used to at Brighton, but it won't be a drastic change to, say, we brought a player from the Portuguese league like we've done with Nunes, and he's really took a while to get used to the understanding. Obviously the language barrier as well won't be an issue, in all honesty. But big up there, Corvo. Did you remember finding 100 million down the back of the sofa? It looks like, Corvo. It very much looks like, mate. But big up. And obviously, I know your lads, Newcastle, will be very much continuing to spend, and rightly so. Anyway, quickly get into Panov's comments as well, chat, before we get straight into tonight's episode. Panov, Scouse did leave in the comments: Jack, I've been an FSG in fan including, but they've burnt their bridges this window. I said last season, if they don't get the window right, then the tides will turn. If the Caicedo news is true, and we get him, then I would like Lavia as well and the centre-back to say this window was a success, but that's not going to happen, is it? Potentially, hopefully, Panov, but he's spot on, mate. Probably not, really. We'll probably get a Caicedo and nothing else, but even still, chat, that's not good enough. And a lot of people go, "Oh, it's selfish." No, it's being realistic. We've got a section on tonight's show anyway, speaking about Manchester City and their signings, really, and how important that is. Like, you're looking to City, yes, you're trying your best to compete with them. But City, for me, if they get Paqueta, as we spoke about today, they're 5 years ahead of their developments as well. They'll move 5 years ahead away from Liverpool, in all honesty. But success, but there's not going to happen, is it? After all, they'll tell us they tried to get Lavia and Caicedo, but it wasn't to be, just like Bellingham as well. Panov, spot on there. And speaking of Panov, he's in the live chat. Big up, mate. Obviously, I was getting through everyone's comments that did leave them. So if you are watching this on the repeat chat, we will always get to your comments as well. I very much will reply to them as well. You're absolute legends. Big up there, Ollie. How are we, mate? Hope you're well. Traps, by the way, I've just done a side quest proving Saito. Big up there, Trap. Hope you're well, matey. Big up Tom as well, who's taking John's wallet this time from the Cop Council. It's happening now, lads. Just unveil him at Stamford Bridge would be sick, fella. John, could you imagine if we wheeled out Caicedo and we just took him to the away end of Stamford Bridge, especially after winning about 2-3-0? That would be lovely. But we'll get to City. We'll get to Chelsea, the Chelsea game. Big game on the weekend. 3 days away. Well, yeah, no, two days away. Obviously, it's midnight now. But chat quickly. We'll get straight into the first news story. There's a lot to unpack, really, in this evening. Keep on getting your comments in as well. Big up there, Steve. Yes, I want Dewsbury Hall, Florentino Luis, or Douglas Luis. But I won't mind Caicedo. But a hefty price tag get it officially done tonight as well, Steve. Yeah, well, speaking about Fabrizio Romano, as I said, chat, if any news relation breaks as we're on air, let us know. And well, I'll very much bring it up on the screen for everyone to see. Caicedo's for Buzzline McAllister. Chef's Kiss, that's from Darzo. Big up there, mate. Bellissimo. It'd be absolutely beautiful, to say the least, anyway, mate, wouldn't it? But in terms of Liverpool's unveiling the quick kit, won't dwell too much onto it. As I said, this is probably where the money's come from, bloody hell. What we're saying on that kit chat, won't dwell too much onto it. I like it. It's alright. Bit of a purple one. Anything's a marked improvement. Liverpool's new fair kit for the new coming season. Anything's better than that white, horrendous kit. We only won one game last season in that shocking, weird patterned white kit. I tell you what, that will be remembered in like the next 20 years as one of the worst away kits Liverpool Football Club have had in their entire 130 plus year history. Anyway, I tell you that now. Anyway, so just a little one on that chat. Bit of a mad kit. I like it. But, yeah, that's probably where the funds have come from for Caicedo. Everyone's whacked a pre-order on it. In terms of the going on from the kit anyway, obviously the tweet this evening, understand is from Fabrizio Romano, the absolute legend. Fabrizio Romano, understand Brighton want to resolve the Moses Caicedo saga tonight. Brighton have been extremely clear, selling to the highest bidder. Liverpool will challenge Chelsea and also send the formal proposal bid to Brighton. Official bids will be there. Player position will be extremely crucial to this now as well, chat. This is promising, hopefully. You go to, obviously, as the title says on the video, Liverpool ready to break their record transfer bid on the player as well. But for me, chat, but for me, in terms of Liverpool breaking our record transfer fee, as I said top of show, Liverpool, for the club of the stature of us, should be doing that every single season, in all honesty. 95-100 million, everyone goes now, currently, oh, that's a lot of money. But if you go, 15-20 years ago, as we know, football, like the 20 million 20 years ago, is now your 50-60 million pound fee now. It's the going fee for the probably bog standard players, poor players, but at the end of the day, you've got to pay the market value for these players. Liverpool can't be turning a nose up, and this is what FSG, as a football club and a business point of view as well, very much need to technically understand as well. If Liverpool, and they can't go, oh, this is what they've bought into now. They know themselves, if they can't compete financially, FSG, now is time to move on and pass it on to someone that has very much got the resources to invest in the club. But in terms of FSG, the revenue that's coming to this football club, it is very much so. We should be allowed to get £100 million. Every Liverpool fan, and we've said this on the channel for absolute donkey years, really, is very much so that we're not all asking for £300 million players every single season. What we're asking for is quality first and foremost. Regardless of the price tag, if you are bringing in a revolutionary player into your system, helping Jurgen Klopp and the lads, Caicedo, if he comes in, chat, he is very much going to help Liverpool to compete for league titles. And I'll tell you that now, I know it's a big shout, but this lad is that good. If you've not been watching Brighton, he's an extremely special player. He's a creme de la creme, as I said this morning. He is that player for Liverpool, really. And he would be, even if he goes to Chelsea, he will very much propel them to helping them compete for league titles. If Chelsea got a couple more players to add to that as well. Big up there, Andrew. Caicedo, Szoboszlai, McAllister, that will be the second best in the league. Also, Carlos Renos did tweet about LFC bid for Caicedo, and he's followed by South American journal Pippi. Big up there, Andrew. As I said, mate, a lot of the South American journals, when they tweet, it's probably better. You only have to look at the Lucho Diaz news that did come out. Was it last year? Prior to, it was almost a foregone conclusion. Supposedly he was meant to be going to Tottenham, but Liverpool last minute seeing the deal and went, no, we'll have him. Tottenham done all the due diligence really for Liverpool and then we just rocked up and went, all right, Lewis, do you want to join Liverpool? And he's like, yeah, go ahead, lad. In Colombian. But yeah, obviously as we had this tweet come out this morning, well, this afternoon really, this evening, sorry, bloody hell, been that many bloody live streams today, chat, apologies, but yeah, happy days, looking very, very, very good, to say the least. Big up there, Easy. I will be happy with just Caicedo from here. I'm kind of think we will sign Caicedo now, as we generally don't let news out unless things are generally in the works. Very exciting. 100% Easy. And the big thing is that man to our on the screen chat, not me, salt me. The fella that's just tweeted there, Fabrizio Romano. I was on a stream with Anchor and Doug, big up those two lads as well, in terms of, and we were speaking, and I very much said to the lads that if a lot of the news that Fabrizio Romano, when he tweets about Brighton, it's very much 100% on the money. It's very, very, very rare that he's got something wrong. You look at the Cucurella deal that did go last year, there was a lot of to and fro and backwards and forwards. There was even journos telling Fabrizio to apologise, which was absolutely mad, to say the least. But Fabrizio very much got proven right in the case of Cucurella very much going to Chelsea Football Club. And Fabrizio was extremely adamant that he was going to Chelsea for a very long time. And then, so if Fabrizio sticks his neck out on the line, really, in terms of saying that obviously Liverpool are involved, Liverpool will challenge Chelsea, I 100% agree with this, lads, in terms of Liverpool being in for him. It's so exciting, chat. And as I said today on the early video, this doesn't mean sound Liverpool are done, let's rub our hands together and just focus on the game on Saturday. No, it should be a case in point of, if we get Caicedo, it's beyond great. It's above our expectations, considering the expectations are absolutely on the floor currently with these set of owners anyway. But it should be sound if we can get another midfielder in and then get another couple of centre-halves as well, or full-backs, or what needed be, because we all want Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp and these lads to very much be in the best possible position in terms of going into this new season anyway. FSG they've got no hiding place no more. There's no hiding place, as I said on my bloody title. Where can you hide? You can only hide, and even when you did come to the stands, as we said at the back end of the show this afternoon, they're very aware in terms of their social media presence. People in and around Anfield as well, everyone around the world tweeting about it and that. From a club perspective, they're the owners of Liverpool Football Club. They can't ignore the noise, and I commend everyone, absolutely everyone, whether you've been going to ground or whatnot, and just speaking and getting your thoughts out there. It doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with people's thoughts. It's about the pressure that everyone as a collective fan base has put on these owners as well, because without the fan base around the world and everyone even going to grounds, I'm telling you now, the toxicity would have happened in the stands. It wouldn't have been for the Liverpool players. It wouldn't have been for the manager. It very much would be for the board if these deals don't get done in the next 2-3 weeks. Do you imagine? Well, I can imagine if the window shut and Liverpool didn't get the significant quality in the door, there would have been absolute bloody murder, to say the least, anyway. In relation to everyone kicking off at the owners, anyway. I like Caicedo. Big up there, Easy. It's a weird one right now. I like Caicedo, but he's definitely not worth double Lavia. And I think in 5 years, Lavia will be a better player. We need a ready-made CDM now. Well, easy. Caicedo's ready-made now, mate. It absolutely flies into Liverpool's midfield. Flies into the majority of, apart from Manchester City, for me. He goes into everyone's sixth role in world football. He is ready-made now. And that's the thing. You're speaking about value for money, and when we come off the show this afternoon, everyone was like, the reports were stating that it wasn't a case in point of Liverpool not willing to pay the 50 million. It was supposedly their valuation of Lavia. They didn't value him at 50 million. But we've all said for absolute weeks and months, every Liverpool fan, if we're going to be spending 50 million on Lavia, I'd go out and push the boat out for Caicedo, because you're getting more for your buck, in all honesty. He is a step ahead, very much so for me. I'd love it if we got both of them. Tell you what, now, yeah, it's a massive outlay, 150, 140 odd million. But at the end of the day, that's money that has been draining. John Henry's got Liverpool Football Club have got a massive pit of money. Everyone go, oh no, we haven't. No, we have. We've got a massive pit of money. We have had for the last 4 or 5 windows. We just haven't spent it when we've needed it the most as well. Big up there, Steve. Kane to buying is so close now, and Tottenham have got 2 new young forwards and 1 Messi compared with Suarez. Bloody hell, Steve. Even if he's half as good as Leo Messi anyway. That's the thing with Messi, even when you had Maradona coming through as well. Well, when Maradona, everyone's comparing Messi with Maradona. Everyone's unique in terms of their development. But yeah, Tottenham have got a very long way to go, in all honesty. Making sure I haven't missed anyone's comments as well. And then we're going to chat. Let us know your thoughts in terms of starting 11 for the game against Chelsea as well. Big up there, Kwanga. Big up, matey. Chelsea will outbid Liverpool. If you're Tony Bloom, the director of Brighton, you are absolutely, well, the owner of Brighton, he's buzzing. He's buzzing absolutely off his tits. Going, oh, I'm going to be getting 100 million, 120 million for a player that I bought for 5-10 million. Oh, they'd be laughing all the way to the bank. But this is why I love Brighton as a football club. They are the ideal model for anyone outside the top 4, or suppose the top 6. Spurs somehow get in there, don't know. But the big clubs in England, to say the least. But you've got to commend the infrastructural business that Brighton have done as a football club. They're getting all these South American talents. They got the young lad Ferguson as well, the Irish lad. He will be going to a big club. No respect to Brighton, tremendous. But I think he'll move to the next level. But I'll tell you that now, Ferguson will be moving for probably north of 60 to 100 million pounds in a couple more years, if he does continue playing and developing as way as he is. So everything they do, so they are an example for anyone outside the top 6 anyway, for how they run their club, the scouting, the scouting of managers as well. Everyone thought their wheels would have well and truly fallen off in terms of Graham Potter when he left. But no, you've got obviously it's completely gone out my head. Their current manager anyway, De Zerbi, sorry, there she has done that many live shows today. But De Zerbi, what a manager, what an absolute tremendous manager. But even I'm hoping that they don't get De Zerbi pinched. I'd love them to just continue developing Brighton, and I'm loving that they're in Europe. A club like Brighton, if you would have asked Brighton fans 20 years ago, you would be in European competition. That's what it's all about. Even them and Villa as well. It's about them teams getting the opportunities as well. Because how many times do you see like teams like Arsenal, Tottenham in European competitions and not really winning anything? They're just there for the ride. but you know it'd be very much a lot more appreciated by obviously the teams outside the notable top 6 in England as well. So big up to them as well, chat. We want to play Enzo like. Big up there. The fair kit just reminds me of my curtains. Need to throw in a question. Big up there, Corvo. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't really like the colour pair on certain kits as well. It's a weird one. I've read that one. Without any sides, it will be done tonight, as Brighton wouldn't miss an opportunity for a bidding war. 100% there, Carl. That's what Tony Bloom wants, and rightly so, Brighton. But big up their fans as well. I'm pretty sure Brighton will be probably slapping our ass this season as well. Them and Brentford, Liverpool get absolutely battered every single season. They are our kryptonite when it comes to, like, obviously that game last season when before Trossard moved to Arsenal in the window. But was it Trossard got a hat-trick at Anfield? And you're like, oh, sod off. Because they're so good, and the running of the club's so good. 100%, he needs to be commended as well. This is a bit like Szoboszlai deal. It comes out and we get it done straight away. Hopefully Lavia may have just been another smokescreen pan of probably yet, mate. But if it wasn't a smokescreen, which I'm not buying, it just seems that Lavia, the negotiating from Liverpool was an absolute disaster, really. Because there's no way, we find ourselves, 2 days now, 40 minutes until midnight anyway. So, but yeah, we're extremely close to the start of the season, and again, the window shuts very soon. But yeah, ridiculous. Big up there, chat. Keep on smashing those likes as well. Massively helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button as well if you are new. Big up there, Jen. Big up, Jack. Thanks for being waiting for my I'm waiting for my rescue doggy to arrive. Big up there, Jen. Oh, let us know how it goes, mate. And yeah, looking forward. I know you'll be looking forward to that as well. But yeah, big up, Jen. Hope you're well, and hope you had a good birthday weekend last week as well. Please get him, Lewis. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully we can get it sorted. Big up there, Russell. Apparently, Caicedo wants Chelsea. If he does, I'm going to quickly check, just make sure that I haven't missed anything this evening, because as we know, it can very much quickly change. But big up there, Russell. Buying for feeling after late night rounds of talks with players camp for Kane. Harry Kane Day. Well, supposedly looks like Kane has been given permission to travel. Oh, yeah, as you were saying there, chat. I made up Kane's moved, because Christ, come at the end of his career, his kids to be asking, what did you win, Dad? I won the Aldi Cup. I won the Aldi Cup, kids. But yeah, he deserves it. And he's got a chance of winning the Champions League. Buying every single season. They're a tremendous, well-run club. The infrastructure, they probably are ahead of themselves anyway in terms of the infrastructure. I'm sorry, chat. I'm absolutely sweating my tits off. It's absolutely boiling, not just in Liverpool, but probably doesn't help when you got that light illuminating my room, because I will be sat in the pitch black. So apologies if I keep on moving, trying to generate a bit of air. I've got the window wide open. All the Everton neighbours probably listening to us splash 100 million on there. Certain midfields, hopefully. Only thing doesn't make sense is why wait till now. Big up there, Easy. The only thing I can think is Klopp has definitely wanted Colwill, who could have cost 50 million. Then the other 50 million could have gone on Lavia as well. Easy, yeah. Obviously, the injury to Fofana a couple of weeks ago for Chelsea very much changed a lot of the understanding for Chelsea Football Club. And it was a weird one. It's weird because there's this rivalry now that Chelsea fans and Brighton have got in terms of, and which is understandable. If we were Brighton fans and you looked at Chelsea just absolutely pinching your head of recruitments or your backroom staff, your manager or your players as well, you'd be fuming. And it was more or less when Liverpool, at that time, we had Mascherano, Xabi Alonso taken away from us at that period. We knew we weren't good enough at that moment in time. But certain situations, yeah, like big up Brighton. The way they run their club is absolutely exceptional. And long may it continue as well. It's good to see them being successful. As long as it's not against Liverpool this season. But yeah, if Liverpool did give Brighton 100 million for Caicedo, you know for the fact they'll go out and get another 10 Caicedos. But that just goes to show the great recruitments they have a football club. Brian, would FSG go for Caicedo because of fan persuasion online? I think Klopp would be pushing that one as well, Brian. It's a mixture of everything, no, Brian, and chat, in all honesty. Because it wouldn't have just been and we spoke about this earlier on today, it's not just a case of everyone going, oh, people fuming online. No, the fuming would have very much translated onto the pitch. And even in the dressing room as well. How many times have we seen these Liverpool players already, before a ball's even been kicked this season, at arms and very much publicly stating to the press and the whole world that Liverpool needs signings? When your club captain, Virgil van Dijk's crying basically out for help and telling the owners, bloody do something. And I'm pretty sure, and we all know for a fact, Virgil van Dijk, he's not a player to just shut his mouth and get on with it and be a yes man. Virgil van Dijk come to Liverpool Football Club. We all know the interviews he's done prior to moving to the club. It's all about winning trophies. The likes of Salah as well. And this goes back to when Salah signed his contract as well. He would have been under the understanding, and Jurgen Klopp with that contract extension as well. All those players would have been under the great understanding from the football club. They would have stated to the owners and people writing the big contracts, will Liverpool be going out in the next season or 2 seasons or a couple of windows and reinforcing and helping me win trophies at this big historic football club? They would have all been told yes by the owners and whoever give all the money out. So if they sign all their deals, they've been massively let down in previous windows, but there was no run in place. And this goes on to show, this goes on to the next point I wanted to raise. And we spoke about this earlier today. But you look at the business, Manchester City potentially this evening, or might get sorted tomorrow. £100 million bid is supposedly on the table for Lucas Paqueta by Manchester City. You look at City, and everyone goes, oh, Liverpool haven't got the money to compete with City. No, we have. We just refuse to spend the money. City, with their spending, their quality in the squad already, you're just giving Kyle Walker a new contract. Very wise new move, to say the least. You've just got Gavardio, and they're probably going to get a couple more players in through the door as well. But City will always continue to spend money. And I admire City from a point of view of this window. They've just gone out and won the Champions League. What do? There you go. Pep goes, sound. I want to win again. I want to win the Champions League, I want to win the Premier League as well. Because City have got an opportunity this season in the Champions League, considering the quality that is in this year's competition. Apart from like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich and the notable big boys. But you're looking in around it. If they have a good look in the draw, or if they face Real Madrid early on and knock them out, I'm telling you, City will probably win the Champions League with an absolute canter, really. They'll have no pressure on them, really. But it's got to be applauded. The money they've spent, they've gone out and probably gazumped. You've got to feel sorry for West Ham fans. We've got loads of me mate Bale and the lads that I know are all West Ham fans. If you're a West Ham fan, you're like, bloody hell, we're selling Rice, selling Paqueta, selling everyone, and you're like, obviously they've just got Alvarez, West Ham, but you do worry for West Ham this season if they don't bring in the proper reinforcements as well. But yeah, Liverpool and the owners had to react, because for me, as it stands, chat, if City have gone out and if they get Paqueta over the line and you get 1 or 2 other players as well, City would have moved, for me, 5 years ahead of Liverpool in terms of our development. And that's even with Jurgen Klopp at the football club as well. Because you look at, we'll speak about Chelsea very soon. Poch and that, very much. Chelsea will eventually get it right. So will United. Whether that's with Ten Hag or whether that's with another manager. Once United come again, in terms of their back, like properly back, not like false dawns and all that. Like, but when they're proper back, then the whole Liverpool fan base will be like, oh. I think we've been. I think the majority of everyone in England accepts it when it's City, but Liverpool's fan base, once United start winning trophies again, we'll all be looking at each other going, come on, Liverpool, get your bloody house in order. Because that's another thing anyway. Panov, big up there. Big up there, Lewis as well. Big up there, Russell. Think we've looked back after Tchouaméni's situation and thought Caicedo is too good to pass on, even if it costs us 100 million. Thing is, Con from the Cop Council, big up matey, and 100 million, it's the going rate, and it's 100% the right deal. It's quality for money, really. 100 million is the going rate for a top class player. You look at Caicedo, 21 years old now as well. So yeah, you're getting, and if he stays at the football club for what, 8-10 years, yeah, you all do the maths anyway. It's pocket change really for the revenue in which the club does get generated as well. But big up there, Evernight. Make sure I missed anyone's comments. If FSG let us down on this one, Jack, there is no coming back for them ever. 100% there, Evernight. 100% agree, mate. So hope you're well, mate. Good to see it in the comments, as always. Just get Lavia in and we're done with this saga. Liverpool, big up, matey. Hopefully we get them both. That's not being greedy. It's just having big aspirations for the football club. Talio, Gary, Jack should give 50 million to Brighton ASAP, and Lavia was not going to happen. We will go to Chelsea with Tyler Adams. Yeah, 100%. Big up there, Gary. Big up, chat. Liverpool putting in the finishing touches for their bid. For Caicedo are now prepared to smash their transfer records. LFC today. Big up there, lads, as well. And that is coming from Ian Doyle, supposedly, as well. Nice one for that, Macy, as well. Happy days. Looking promising, chat. Hence why I put, obviously, Liverpool ready to smash. And hopefully, chat, we wake up tomorrow or later this evening when we do finish off here tonight. I tell you, it's not a case of just relaxing. It should be a case of, yeah, sounds, getting them in at long last. Because, yeah, Jurgen Klopp, as we said today, would have been massively been kicking off. Thank God Kane won't break Shearer's record. Oh, we're big up there, Corvo. All the Newcastle fans will be absolutely buzzing. How are you doing? But big up there, Corvo. I know Newcastle lads will be happy about that as well. So right, Salah's coming for it, Corvo, if he stays injury free. Ian Doyle just tweeted LFC have open talks with Brighton over Caicedo. LFC putting finishing touches to their offer and ready to break their transfer record for Caicedo is open to joining Liverpool as well. Andrew, that's really promising. Big up there, chat, as well. You're absolute legends. It's exciting, absolutely exciting, as we said. And quickly, you bring up the obviously Fabrizio Romano tweet that we did see earlier on this evening as well, chat. Obviously, you did see earlier on this evening as well, Sky Sports, Liverpool willing to break their transfer record fee to sign Moses Caicedo from Brighton. Also, so happy days. Liverpool, the position in which, and I give FSG the credit, and I will where it stood, the way they've structured the club to be in a position where we generate. Us fans, we wouldn't have an issue with FSG if they were actually spending the money, because they've generated the new capacity, the infrastructure, and they do everything outside the pitch, apart from transfers, that might be said. But in terms of generating money, they've done extremely well. Like, if you look at Manchester United, when United were top of their game, winning title after title under Fergie, Liverpool, from a commercial point of view, were a good 10-15 years behind. But now commercially, Liverpool are massively back up there now, which is a good positive. But the one thing that does all our heads in is, where's all this money going? Where is this money getting that we all generate? Who's it going to? Like, you can talk about Salah's contract, but Mane leaving the football club very much allowed Liverpool to give Mane's wages to Salah. I know everyone goes, that's not how it works, but let's be honest, it was. Freeing up of that weekly wage went to Salah as well, and he rightfully deserves it. When Trent gets his new deal, he'll be on 200-250k a week, and he rightfully deserves that as well. Liverpool's vice captain, 24 years old. Van Dijk probably will get one more contract before he retires to keep him at the football club. Alisson, of course, he's probably got another 2 years in terms of him getting a new deal, so he'll be on bumper money. And when that time does come for Szoboszlai, if Caicedo comes in, he'll sign a new contract again, like 4 years down the line. So it's all about taking everything into context, really, and planning for the potential future, like, revenues, like the money coming in, and players, and even if Liverpool are selling in the next 2 to 3 years in certain areas of the pitch and in the football club, getting top dollar for the players. None of this will leave and letting players leave, because that's absolutely shocking from a club perspective and a financial sense. If you're letting players run down the contract, any business, any business you're in, if you're letting your best employee, well, not your best, Naby and Oxway ain't your best employees, but in terms of they had some value, whether that be 5-10 million, there was certain money to get generated from those players. But the end of the day, come down to it, no one really wanted to pay it because they knew their contract was running down as well. But yeah, FSG have opened Pandora's box this window. If they don't get Caicedo, is now, or even Lavia, then it's going to be hard for them to the season to keep the fan base quiet as well. And that's very much what they've tried, though, Panov, to keep the fan base quiet. They've done an excellent job in terms of the stands when I go to the ground. There's no disgruntlement. Everyone's been quite content, really. But there was frustrations last season. I was in the ground and everything, and there was a clear understanding of, and there was certain people pointing the finger at Jurgen Klopp, and we said this today, he needs to take some part of the blame, and he eventually will take some part of the blame as well this season, because at the end of the day, he picks the players, he picks the tactics, he's wanting supposedly these players, and if they're not coming into the door, he's the forefront for this whole football club as well. He takes the brunt of all the responsibility, and rightly so. He's the manager of the football club, but he has massively covered the backsides of FSG for far too long. Jurgen Klopp, he's took a lot of stick for the mess that is above him anyway. But I'm pretty sure Jurgen has seen, and this goes back to the point of everyone saying top of the show in the comments, would have FSG caved into the pressure online? Yes and no. Jurgen Klopp, I'm pretty sure Jurgen loves a cheeky little bit of wine, or probably reads books and all that, but he's social media president. Like, he's aware of social media. The world we live in, everyone's so aware of social media now. Like, even if Klopp's just sat there watching a cheeky Netflix series as well, he's going to be aware that there's a meltdown on Twitter, because obviously his media, the media people at Liverpool, looking at the analytics, the traction as well. Like, even when Liverpool announced Szoboszlai and McAllister, like, I think Klopp was quoted as saying, "We've seen the media reaction and how positive it was. We were so positive because it was two quality additions, and then we got to like a week or two past, and we're like, is anything more? Hopefully there's more. Hopefully we need more." But yeah, big up their chat as well. Let's get to all your comments. If you are new around here as well, everyone, make sure you do smash that like button as well. Massively does help out the channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash the likes as well. Really do appreciate it. Big up Ensman TV as well. Big up there, matey. Absolutely smashing it at the minute, mate. You and Savage and the lads. I have been watching the content, mate. Keep it up. I know you will be. And chat, mods, well, Ends, put your channel link in the comments, mate. Let's get Ends to a K. I was watching today. I'm guessing you're probably extremely close, or you're probably at a K already, mate. But if you can do one thing tonight, chat, make sure you do head over to Ensman TV and Connor. Lads, put all your channel links in the description as well. Please, everyone, do head over to the lads' channel, subscribe, get them. All the lads absolutely smashing it as always on the content. Big up, matey. Prices are crazy though. K9, 100%, mate. Prices are crazy, but that is the modern football. I think when you look at, bloody hell, remember when Gianluigi Buffon left Parma for 40 odd million? That record for was it a transfer fee for a goalkeeper? That was around for a very long time. That nearly lasted until when you're getting Kepa and beating Buffon's record, which is quite laughable in all honesty. But yeah, that Buffon record for a very long time in modern day football lasted. It nearly lasted time, but hence with the modern climate that football transfers do go in, it's rising every year. it goes up gradually every 10% in modern. But that you'd say the value, you're getting less value in the market, but at the end of the day, this is what FSG need to understand. You need to be buying into this market. You can't be just sitting on your hands doing nothing. Whether you think it's value or not, Liverpool need to be in contention, because looking at City are buying Paqueta, they're buying bloody Gavardio, mate. They were already that good over the last 5-6 years, but for me, I think they're going to go probably get even better this season. Even if that's possible, but every single time you look at City, there's always something tactically. Pep changes something. Hence why he's won the league title the last bloody 4. They're going for, is it four times in a row or something this season? They are, as much as it annoys us, they are extremely talented, and that's why Pep's one of the best. And let's not forget, we've got Jurgen Klopp, and you look at Pep and Klopp's rivalry has been tremendous. If you're a neutral, it's probably been one of the best periods in Premier League history. I know everyone goes to the Arsene Wenger and Fergie, but in terms of the level of quality, Man United winning trophies, don't get me wrong, Arsenal won trophies as well back in the day, and Wenger was I love Arsene Wenger, and I wouldn't say I love Fergie, but you've got to respect both managers, Fergie but I think Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp, it's been ridiculous. The sheer levels and the consistent levels. Of course, even when Liverpool won the league, City got injuries. Was it Laporte got injured that year, and then the year after they went out and got Ruben Diaz, and then you know exactly what happened, and that's what Liverpool should have been doing the last couple of years. Liverpool have been getting injuries when we lost bloody hell Gini Wijnaldum. That's where it goes all the way back. Even if you didn't like Gini Wijnaldum, I love Gini because he was so integral to the system. But the fact that Liverpool just allowed him to go without anyone else coming in for him, that the writing was on the wall there years ago. I'll tell you that now. I genuinely have trust in Joe Gomez to perform if Canate gets injured. Less sure of Matip, but I back him too. Yeah, easy. I back Joe Gomez. I think we all do, mate. But Joe Gomez, I look at, and he's probably one of the most frustrating, and he probably frustrates himself, in all honesty, especially off the back of last season. Like, the quality is there. Like, Joe Gomez, it's just the consistent levels. That's what defines the great centre-halves. Like, it's getting that consistent level. And you look at Messi and Ronaldo, the consistent levels both of them showed over, 15-20 year period as a professional footballer. That's why they are regarded, both of them, as the world's greatest ever footballers. Like, look at Salah for the last 5-6 seasons, the consistent levels. Haaland, we very much will probably get 50 goal seasons in his league campaign for the next 10, 15, 20 years, if he's lucky with injuries, that is, as well. Similar with Mbappe. But yeah, Gomez, there's quality in there. He just needs to start getting his act together, really, because it's just concentration levels with Joe Gomez. How many times last season, because you watch him, was that City game? He had Erling Haaland in his back pocket, so he can do it. He can do it against the world's best. It's just what day Joe Gomez can be asked, really. He needs to just focus. Just listen to Van Dijk, listen to Ibu, whoever's defending with, and just be 100% in the zone. Like, if he makes mistakes, it happens. Defenders, bloody hell, Baresi and Maldini made mistakes, and they went on to have legendary careers in the game. Van Dijk's made mistakes, but it's how you then recover as a professional footballer. You can't be resting on your laurels, really, and going, oh, yeah, feeling hard done for yourself. No, when you play for Liverpool Football Club, it's about, if you have a bad game, and especially with Liverpool fans, we get behind our lads, and especially when we see players willing and wanting to die for this football club as players and putting every last ounce. I love so much Dirk Kuyt as a player. Didn't always have the qualities as a player, but what you got with Dirk was very much, he'd run through a bloody brick wall for you as well. Like, we can compensate in terms of certain qualities, but if you give your absolute all for this club, you'll be remembered for a very long time as well. As classic saying with Felipe Coutinho, all the best to him. He wanted to go to Barcelona, but as Klopp said, he would have been renowned. He could have been looking at a couple of Premier Leagues, a couple of Champions Leagues as well. But he would have went down in Anfield folklore anyway Coutinho if he stayed at the football club, but it wasn't to be, and all the best, and he won the Champions League with Bayern. So no hard feelings there, because we got Alisson and Virgil van Dijk as well. And don't we start, that's another reason why FSG actually need to bloody put the actual hands in the club's money and put their money up front as well, to actually go out and spend proper money like this evening tonight. 100 million on Caicedo. Yes, bloody please. Big up there, Paul. Hi, Jack. Just a quick one before I hit the hay. Is this the weirdest transfer window ever? I'm not panicking or getting angry. Just can't fathom this window. Can't figure out this window. What the F is going on, la? Paul, big up, mate. Long time subscriber to the channel, Paul. Ridiculous, mate. Like, even I know a lot of me cousins and people that don't really dwell too much on social media, but even like the lads that go to match, go to game and go to pub or whatnot in and around Anfield as well. It's the pressure cooker. It's been building for a couple of years, like the pressure on the owners, but I think the whole fan base has very much come together now. That whole understanding of the club. This window, if we don't get it done, Paul and chat, like the business done, we will have to spend another 12 months of scratching our heads, and we'll get to January going, we don't get another Mello, or we don't get another player to like a Kabak or Davis to fill in a little bit of spot. None of that nonsense no more. No, go out and spend some bloody money, Paul. Yeah, we're getting it done. Happy days, mate. But it is crazy. And hopefully it does continue. Well, this business should have been done before, but at the end of the day, you can't get everything. But what you can get is when your club's ran like a proper business, like a proper football club, like Brighton do, get their deals in and early and everything. City, if City want a player, they go out and get him. Like, they go out and put a bid in, and they keep it under wraps, and they get their player, and he beds them in, Pep. And look what happens. And Jurgen Klopp, when a player comes in, Maka and Sabuzlai, they are done absolutely cook this season as well. But we'll do a gear review for Matty Review, planning to play for the normal back four. However, with the new Trent role, he'll be exposed with the pace on the sides shown in pre-season. 100% there, Carl. 100%. And that's from a tactical, and when you look at Caicedo, it was almost like when Caicedo, and if you didn't watch a lot of Brighton last season, chat, you were almost advertising last year, especially at the back end of the season, Brighton, Caicedo can play right back, because he was playing like right centre half or right back the back end of last year. It was almost a case of point going, you can play that position as well if you need to any buying club. So as well as Caicedo being one of the best number sixes in world football, which he is, and he will be for the next 5-6 years, well, more than that, 6 years, looking for the next 10 years if he can stay fit, he can fill in if needs be as well, but his understanding of that positional sense as well. You look at the graphs and you look at the charts as well, like I know a lot of you love your data, but the heat maps of Caicedo are massively all covered down that right-hand side for Brighton as well. So the space that is vacated, even when Liverpool used to play a 4-3-3 system, you do beg the question whether Liverpool would go back to a 4-3-3 formation, or would still go back to that new formation that we do. I'd say we stumbled across, but we more or less robbed off Barcelona, City and Arsenal last year, where we were 11 games unbeaten. It worked well, but we've been crying out for the last couple of seasons, every single season. We need a plan B, we need a plan C, and we need a plan D. We can't always play the same tactics. Teams figured us out. Prime example, when we play Brighton and Brentford, they absolutely demolish us, balls over the top. And as Carl's alluded to there, the space in the wide areas, a player like Caicedo, Carl, very much, he's a protector of a defence, as we know, but he's got more than just one engine. He's like N'Golo Kante in terms of the physical energy both of those players did possess. Even N'Golo Kante is obviously injured now, and he's not the player he once was. But Kante was the best number 6 in world football for a very long time, and hopefully Caicedo can have a similar impact that Kante did have on obviously Leicester and Chelsea, helping them winning league titles. So he'd have that it's exciting. You can just look at the smile on my face if we can get that played into the football club, mate. Big up there, Dunk. Hiya, buddy. Big up there, Dunk. Vigo. Happy days, mate. Hope you're well. Good. Great to see a lot of new faces in here this evening, chat. Obviously, we do go live most nights as well, Reds. And even if you're a rival fan, you're always welcome, everyone. Absolute legends. But big up to everyone. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button as well. It's going to be an interesting season, to say the least, anyway. Not bad, Jack. 200 in chat. Keep it up level. Is there? Bloody, I'm not even looking at the numbers, mate. But if they are, appreciated, everyone. Hit that subscribe button down below as well, everyone. Massively helps out the channel. Trying to get to that 10k mark, it'd be much appreciated. Follow us on TikTok and everything. We do a lot of short form content on there as well, and on Facebook. Klopp lied, because if you get Caicedo, you will finally get your Ferrari as well. Yeah, it's more than a Ferrari, mate, isn't it? It's a McLaren STG or whatever, some mad car. I know a lot of you are big car enthusiasts. Big up there, Niall, as well. Big up Jack and chat. These owners would break your heart. Do you reckon FSG react to Klopp exit threat? Well, Niall and everyone knows, if Jurgen Klopp, well, I think if you're my age, 28, and you haven't seen the documentaries of when everyone found out that Shankly, back in the day, there wasn't Twitter Spaces, or wasn't Twitter in general. It's not like so accessible to media, but obviously when BBC Radio Merseyside broke the news to all the Liverpool fans in Liverpool when Shankly did retire or leave the football club or stepped away, there was sadness, and there will be a sadness when I'll be crying my eyes out, because I love this man so much. Every single one of us love Jurgen Klopp. He himself knows he needs to take a bit of responsibility, and hopefully he has over the last couple of nights anyway. I'm pretty sure Jurgen would have been furious, to say the least, anyway, at these owners and the people running and negotiating. Like, at the end of the day, his job needs to be made easy. But in terms of the public outcry, Niall, there would be, not being over the top, but there would be an absolute war on Merseyside and around the world if Jurgen Klopp, if we had the inkling of him wanting to go and leave the football club or being pushed out by FSG. I think Carragher a couple of years ago spoke about it, and he hit the nail on the head, saying that, I think when he was doing obviously Monday Night Live or whatever, saying that there'd be literally everyone out on the streets in Merseyside and around the world demanding FSG out. The owners would go out, like FSG would be out the football club quicker than Jurgen Klopp. And I'm not saying Klopp will go anywhere, but yeah, the owners would be completely out, because this man is extremely special. And just if only Jurgen Klopp actually had even half the budget of bloody Chelsea, half the budget of City anyway, I tell you what, we'd have a lot more Premier Leagues and we'd have a lot more Champions League, to say the least, anyway, if Jurgen Klopp, hopefully, and needs to be getting back this summer window. Well, not just this window, but in January as well. Because say if Liverpool were in a contention of a title race, which would be great if we do get Caicedo this window, but if Liverpool are like 5 points behind City or 5 points ahead of City, it should get to January and Klopp should go, sounds, you can always improve your squad. Even when you like the likes of Rushy, Keegans and everything, like the 70s and 80s, Liverpool always continue to improve in that squad as well. There was players that would leave, and even Liverpool, there's always room to improve. The great Manchester United teams, as much as we dislike Man United, of course we do, but Fergie built upon and built and built and built countless teams that was able to win the league title. Pep Guardiola at City over the last 5-6 years as well. If a City player's wanting to leave the football club, Pep's like, sounds, in a bit, lads, if you want to leave, or if you show any, just look what he done with bloody João Cancelo as well. He threw him out the football club as well, if you got any inkling. And hopefully this is, and I think Jurgen Klopp has very much learned a lot from last season. Us as a fan base have learned so much from the football club in terms of how we run, the lack of running certain transfers as well. When do you think we'll hear, Jack? Probably in the morning, mate. Obviously, the lot of the printed press, obviously embargo section. As a journalist, I'll quickly look on Twitter tonight, chat. Apologies, so just to make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh, David Ornstein tweets. Oh, thank God. Bloody hell, chat. So David Ornstein's just tweeted there 14 minutes ago. It's not about Liverpool, unlucky. Harry Kane has reached an agreement to join Bayern Munich from Tottenham. Personal terms in place for the 30-year-old. 4 million, 4-year contract. England captain awaiting green light. So it looks like, and that's coming from the main men, David Ornstein and Fabrizio, about Harry Kane. Corvo, as he said before, Shearer's record safe. What a record that is from Alan Shearer. Bloody legend as well. What a player. You do wonder what Alan Shearer would be in today's market as well. Bloody hell. Easy north of 150 million. Tell you that now. Where's the money? Do you guys actually believe we will bid for Moses and Mo, I'm guessing, level? Yeah, we will, mate. Us fans, we won't allow Liverpool not to bid. And could you imagine the outcry if it was not a PR spin, but it was a lot of cases that Liverpool, like, it's so much in the public domain now, as we spoke about Fabrizio Romano before, earlier on this evening, stating he doesn't put his neck out on the line if there's something there, really, in all honesty. But chat, we'll quickly move on to the big game, obviously Caicedo as well. How much of a revolutionary player he would be. He would be integral to Liverpool's system. He is the player that Liverpool have massively missed. And you look at Fabinho, that game against Manchester City away from home in the Premier League, it was very hard to watch. It was difficult to watch. You're looking at Fabinho, the drop-off in form, but Caicedo, he's got an engine on him. I think it was Paul or one of the lads earlier on tonight in the stream saying the technical understanding from a technical point of view in terms of embedding Caicedo into the club, it won't be difficult. He's already got an understanding with him and Maka. So looking positive. Apologies, I have bloody hiccups. Was it out before I die? So yeah, the technical understanding, him and Maka have already, and it'll just fit like a glove. Caicedo into this Liverpool system anyway, because he knows the league. He's played against Liverpool. I'm pretty sure he's got a very good understanding of what is expected of him. But what that would mean for Ecuador as well, chat, for what he's come through in terms of obviously upbringing, especially all these South American players or just people in general that have not come from a good background in terms of having everything at their disposal. Hence why a lot of the South American players they commit so much in terms of their. Hence why South America does produce all this elite talent. Like, they work every second of their life as a youngster. A lot of them move toward these academies at the age of like 5 and 6. Could you imagine us getting sent out, or you sending your kids to like academies at the age of 5 and 6 and sending them to Ajax or the Bayerns of this world or Liverpool's and saying, right, you're staying there, you're getting your grinding, you're getting your career as well. And it's amazing for the people of Ecuador to hopefully, would he be the first Ecuadorian player to represent Liverpool Football Club? Chat, that's an interesting. I'm trying to think. For me, if memory serves me right, I don't think there's ever been an Ecuadorian player that's represented Liverpool Football Club. If I'm wrong, chat, let us know. But if that is the case, what a special moment for the whole country as well. I watched a lot of them in the World Cup. Ecuador, they're developing. You look at Morocco, the infrastructure for Morocco in terms of their football and pedigree. A lot of their top talents is getting to a lot of big leagues, and similar with Ecuador. A lot of them, you look at the talent already. I think there's like 3 or 4 Ecuadorian players already at Brighton, and probably will be a lot more in the future as well. So it's tremendous. Good exposure for the national team as well. Liverpool are now probably the front runners for Moses Caicedo, Andy Dunn of the Mirror as well. LFC, big up there, matey. Yeah, more or less what we've been discussing tonight, mate. Just checked Sky Bet odds on some Andrew are 1-to-1 odds. Yeah, more or less a foregone conclusion now. Pretty sure Jurgen's got on the blower and spoke to Caicedo, and all he asked, Caicedo, he's definitely got Maka's phone number already. Probably got it in the same group chat from Brighton as well. All it takes is Klopp to ask McAllister to send a message to Caicedo, because as much as it's not right, but every club does it. Even Ferguson made a habit of it. He was bloody locked Berbatov in a bloody hotel room, or like to say, no, you're signing for the football club. Every club like does it. Like you contact players. It's not allowed, but I'm pretty sure there would have been some messages sent from other previous clubs, or obviously Milner. Bloody hell, let's not forget, we've got Milner, Lallana already at Brighton, and hopefully if Liverpool paid 100 million to Caicedo, there's already a good fundamental understanding and working relationship. I can tell you what a relationship Liverpool hopefully will strike. We've got to respect, and as I said before, you've got to respect Brighton the way they run as a football club. But if there is something to come out of this as well for the long term, because if Brighton are going to be getting paid top dollar in the next 5-10 years, not that, of course, it's a step up in terms of the magnitude of the football club, but let's not forget, Brighton can be the overall winners of this as well. If in the next couple of years, if Brighton have a couple more talented world-class players coming through their academy or breaking into the first team, and Liverpool want to be doing business with them, if we have a good working relationship that we've had in the past, especially, obviously, I know Lallana and obviously Milner went on frees, but if you've got people that have been big figures at the football club and speak extremely highly of Liverpool in an overall good sense, then it's only going to work well. Of course, Liverpool, you've got to pay the dollar, and fair play to Brighton as well. It's looking good and positive. Looking forward to getting back into the Reds live at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Big up there, Dave. Mods, can you please drop Dave's channel link and obviously all the lads' channel links as well. Still need a defender though, Jack. 100% there, Dave. We do very much so, mate. Salah, Jota, Nunes, Gakpo are the most goal-filled forward line I can remember since United had CR7, Rooney, Berbatov, Tevez and Zaha. Big up there, easy. Tell you what, yeah, we've got goals, Liverpool. And that's what I've been saying. We've all been saying, Liverpool fans, for the last couple of years. Liverpool's issues had never fundamentally been about scoring goals. Even when we had Bobby and Mane and Salah and Divock and the boys, it's no coincidence when Liverpool actually won the league. Our defence was absolutely quality. Like, the amount of clean sheets we'd have. Obviously, we started the season a bit mad. But, like, if Liverpool can strengthen at the back and we can start grinding out clean sheets, then Liverpool's performances will bloody fly through the roof anyway. And Anfield, you know what you're going to get with Anfield. It's going to be an absolute fortress as well. Especially Liverpool are in contention for winning titles. 100% agree, because it threatens to leave, then suddenly all this is happening. Big up there, Justin. Big up there, matey. Jack, when you wear them glasses, you remind me of the kid from Stuart Little. I don't know if that's a compliment, Corvo, but I'll take it, lads. Yeah. I'm a bit fuming Stuart Little 2 didn't come out. Like, bloody hell. Devos. Corvo, the early 2000s would have even known staff behind the scenes had left as well. Big up there, Ant. Caicedo and a centre-back and Andre in January, that would be acceptable. Big up there, Copite Matt. Copite Mac, big up there, matey. Good to see a lot of new faces in here, chat. Absolute legends. Big up there, Tommy. Good to see you in here, matey. What's he said, Tommy? See you tomorrow, Dave. Good to be back after an absolute shite summer. 100% there, Tommy. It has been a shocking summer, to say the least. Round for all these. Let's get him... Wabugi. I hope you've said that right, mate. Get him to Chelsea. Nah, he's come to Liverpool, mate. All good. There's a handful of clubs that are blaming for the high prices but can't afford to overpay. Big up there as well. Big up there, chat. Rather is strong. Yeah. Sorry, Jack, I forgot. Like, no, don't apologise, chat. I've nothing to apologise. Massive thank you to every single one of you that are in here, chat. Really do appreciate it. Obviously, mods, just keep on top of that if you can as well. But we'll quickly go to the last couple. Obviously, the big game on the weekend, Liverpool versus Chelsea. Pochettino, I was speaking to Doug and Ankit today in terms of the build-up show. Taken transfers aside, chat, this is a game that we need to win. I think the biggest fundamental thing that we struggled with last season was the instant start, really. Getting down, winning games, consistent run of games as well. Big up there, the Anfield Arsenal fans circle channel. Big up there, matey. Hope you're well, mate. And I'll get you on the channel very soon. Liverpool Arsenal's very soon, mate. But yeah, always want to live where I live, but loads of money and chance of playing under Klopp would make me move. 100% there, Tony. 100%, mate, in relation to Caicedo as well. Reece, do you think we'll get Caicedo? Yeah, I think we will very much get him, mate. Looking good. Jack Wild, when Caicedo walks in, the Klopp 2 presser as well, and I'll be probably getting arrested in my back garden, mate, because I'll be still celebrating. Probably the stream will just end, like, probably pull the lecky as well, because that's how excited I think all of us will be. It's long coming, to say the least, anyway. But big game on the weekend, chat. We need to start the season like a house on fire, really. Get down there, go down to Stamford Bridge, stamp our authority on the game, really. It's not going to be an easy game. Obviously, there'll be a lot of young players for Chelsea. Poch wanting to make a instant start to this season. But the one player, when you look at Chelsea, chat, let us know, chat, get your starting 11s in, or if you're neutrals as well, who do you anticipate to win this game, really? But you get your starting 11s for a Liverpool point of view, Liverpool fans, in the comments. But Jackson, when you look at Chelsea in terms of a Chelsea perspective, obviously the new signing, he frightens me to death, chat, mainly due to the fact that the games that we've seen in pre-season, if you've not been seeing him, he's an extremely pacey attacking forward anyway. He's a player that loves to play between the lines anyway. You'll probably see him leading the line for Chelsea come this weekend. And we've got to be extremely aware of what this lad does possess for Chelsea going into this game at the weekend, because, as I said, playing in between the lines, and Liverpool in recent seasons, where Liverpool have come unstuck, and probably where Liverpool will get absolutely bombarded prior to, hopefully, Caicedo goes a long way to easing the burden, really, is very much the wide channels for Liverpool in this game against Chelsea in the couple of weeks to come as well. It's those defensive transitions in the wide spaces. Liverpool, attacking-wise, probably score 4 goals at the weekend, but at this moment in time, Liverpool, we continue defending like we have done. Obviously, the great run at the back end of the season helped, but you'd anticipate Poch and certain managers in the Premier League to very much adapt to that new change of system by Liverpool in terms of playing that 3-box-3 formation anyway. There's 100% bid for Liverpool, just confirming there's 100% bid from Liverpool. Big up there, Ryan. Nothing at the minute, mate. As I said, we'll quickly pull up that for anyone just tuning in now. Understand Brighton want to resolve the Moses Caicedo saga tonight. Brighton have been clear, selling the highest bidder. Liverpool will challenge Chelsea and also send formal proposals to Brighton. Official bids will be there. Player position will be crucial as well. And this goes to, is it that one? Obviously, earlier on this evening, chat, before we come on air, Liverpool are willing to break their transfer record fee to sign Moses Caicedo, chat. So we're anticipating, if you're just tuning in now, if you're in work or whatnot, or waking up in the morning, wherever you're watching, it is anticipated that Liverpool will very much, hopefully, submit a record-breaking bid as a football club to go and get Caicedo. Because if we do, it's great business. It's a lot of money, but it's a player and it's an area in Liverpool's team that we massively need to fill. But chat, I think that concludes it. I was going to give you a score prediction, really, for this weekend, in all honesty. But I was just going to say, in terms of Moses Caicedo, hopefully get him over the line. But it's going to be hopefully a big 3 points the weekend. We've got to be there, and we've got to make sure this new season that's coming up. Jack, Dave O'Cop. Oh, nice one for that, Ant. Absolute legends. Let's have a quick look before. Nice one for that, Ant. Appreciate it. As I said, chat, always keep me on the toes. Keep us updated. Exclusive news in 10 minutes. Oh, I think we're going to have to go for another 10 minutes. Dave O'Cop, who is an absolute bloody legend. If you don't follow him on social media, drop him a follow, because he's very He's got a lot of great contacts anyway. He was very much the person that broke the Henderson deal. He was one of the I think he was the first person to very much tweet on his website and all of his articles that Henderson was wanting to go to Saudi. Let's have a quick look. So, let's have a quick look there, chat. Make sure I've got the latest. Well, a lot of news now. Liverpool have formally entered into negotiations with Brighton for Moses Caicedo. Understand, obviously, that's what you've mentioned, chat, in terms of Ian Doyle. Probably, what is it? It gets broken as we're on air tonight that Liverpool have officially sent a bid. Oh, hang on. This is an account I follow on social media, chat. The Brighton Bubble. All things Brighton. Liverpool have bid €150 million for Moses Caicedo. There are no indications the player has changed his mind and will accept a move to Anfield. So interesting. I think that. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, South American journalist anyway. But chat, as I said, hopefully it's been an absolutely tremendous night tonight anyway, everyone. Bloody hell, I think, bloody hell, really do appreciate the support this evening, chat. Literally just seeing how many subs we've had. I think we're at 40 plus subs, so absolute bloody legends. I really do appreciate all the support this evening, chat. It is very, very much appreciated, in all honesty, chat. You've absolutely smashed it. Hopefully, if you are watching on the repeat, we'll be doing a live stream tomorrow morning. And hopefully we wake up. What is it? Yeah, well, it's Friday now. It's midnight. Well, 12 minutes past. And hopefully we wake up in the morning that Liverpool have officially sent over a bid and Brighton have accepted it, and Liverpool can very much get Caicedo into the football club, get him integrated into the football club. But yeah, it's yeah, absolutely big up there, chat. But I really do appreciate every single one of yous. Absolute legends. There's been that much great comments, and thank you to all the mods as well. Thank you to every single one of you in chat as well. Apologies, you haven't read out every single one of your comments. You've absolutely smashed it as well. Making sure just quickly, yeah. As I said, chat, it probably will get announced as we go off air tonight. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, chat. But yeah, put your notification bell on the channel as well, chat. We'll be live tomorrow morning. Hopefully we'll wake up and we bring the news that we've very much agreed and got dotted the I's and crossed the T's as well, or whatever. It's bloody late in the night, midnight, chat. I need to get off here because I'm absolutely fumbling my words, fumbling like FSG in a transfer market. Bowley is smashing his hotel room like big up there, Corbo. Yeah, the Chelsea fans will be extremely disappointed if Liverpool get our man. Update, let's read about Andrew. Yeah, just be careful with when you look at it. They'll literally write anything really in terms of their website anyway. Nice one, Jack. Nice one, Panov. Nice one to every single one of you as well. As I said, wouldn't surprise me if the bid gets officially announced as we go off air tonight. But if it does, let us know all your thoughts on tonight's episode as well, everyone. Really do appreciate all the support this evening. If you are new around here, smash that subscribe button. Put your bell notification on as well. Not even just transfer updates, but in terms of going into this new season, it's going to be an absolutely, hopefully, a successful season for Liverpool. But there's still a lot of stuff to very much do in this transfer window, and we're bringing it here every single night and morning as well on the channel. But Reds, look after yourself. As always, chat. Come on, Caicedo. Come to Liverpool. What a player he would be for Liverpool if we could get him. Big up, chat. See you later tomorrow. Ta-da.